In this video, I'm going to show you the best crypto exchange worldwide to be trading on. This is Blofin. Now, the reason why it's the best to trade worldwide is because you don't need any KYC, which is like know your customer. It's the sign up form that you have to do. And normally, worldwide, when you look at Bybit, for example, or KuCoin or Binance, you can't do that in certain countries. My last video, which is one of my most viewed videos, the most comments I got was people in different countries which couldn't access the Bybit platform. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a full tutorial of how to deposit and how to trade. And one of my strategies, which I like to use, which is leverage trading meme coins during the meme coin cycle, which we're currently going for, to actually make more USDT, spot money to buy stuff with it. So the first thing is, when you go to the Blofin website, you're going to see a main page like this. Now, on the main page, you can see that there is tons of features and new announcements on it. Don't get overwhelmed by the platform. Simply take the time to sit down and fully immerse yourself in the actual platform so you can take your time to use it. You're going to see the markets option. On the markets option, you're going to see top, hot, gainers, losers, and obviously new tokens. As you can see, there's always new tokens on this platform, especially new meme coins, which is where most of the money is at. Now, you're going to want to buy crypto on this platform. Now, when you go to buy crypto, there's going to be different options. You can buy in USD. I don't even know what this is, CHF, or I think that's like Chinese currencies. But pretty much every single currency that you probably have, right, from the Japanese yen to the British pound to the New Zealand dollar, wherever you may be, you can buy on this platform. And the ways that you buy, you go in here, you put in, for example, $100, and then you see that there is two options to buy. When I use dollars, for example, and it goes through these two payment processors, Simplex or Alchemy. And then as soon as you click buy, you can go ahead and buy it. Alternatively, if you already have crypto, you can simply go to your accounts. You can go to your spot account underneath assets. And then you can click deposit over here. And then you can decide which currency you want to deposit. Once you click deposit, it's going to give you an address. Once you select network, then you can simply deposit directly to your account. If you have any questions, FAQs, or you're struggling with anything, you can always go and head over to the FAQ section, click more, and it's going to take you to a full support blog where you can easily find any question or queries that you're struggling with. I used to do a lot of e-commerce. I used to make a lot of websites and stuff like that. Whenever I have an issue in Shopify, this is where I would go. Even if I'd make like YouTube videos at the time on common questions that people would have, because people like to, search on YouTube for things, most of the answers would always be inside of the support blog for any types of common questions, especially inside of the help center over here. So anytime you get stuck on these types of things, even with like simple beginner guides, you can see it over here. Now, the next thing that you want to do after you deposit is you want to start and work on your security of your actual account. So if you go over to your logo, which is next to the assets menu over here, you want to go down and you want to go to account and security over here. Now on your account and security, you can see that mine is green in multiple areas. I have a two-factor authentication passkey. I also have a password. My email is also on there as well. If I want to take it to the next level, I could have my phone number, Google authentication, and even an anti-phishing code as well. All of these things will allow you to secure your account to the fullest. I would always say, don't have all your money in an exchange. The reason why they call it an exchange is because you're supposed to exchange. It's not called a bank, right? So you want to make sure that the money that you have in here is money that you're willing to lose and is money that you're willing to trade in with. During a bull market, when things are very bullish, which we're in at the time of recording this video, obviously you want to be fairly risky as well. But once we start to move towards the bear market, which will be sometime next year, that's when you want to start to go risk off. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do if you want to buy crypto is you want to head over to the markets option. Now with the markets option, you can see there's multiple options of which tokens you want to buy. At the top, you can see you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Now, depending on your trading style, you might want to trade spot or you might want to trade futures. But at any time, your favorite pairs, you can actually click the star icon over here to add them to your favorite pairs. So when you go over to your favorites, they'll load over here, and then you can see your favorites and which tokens that you're actually interested in throughout the long term. As you can see like that. Now, another option is also your futures pairs. This is where I spend the majority of my time. Now, with your futures pairs, you can see you have a long list of pairs sorted by obviously a specific token, and obviously my favorites are at the top. Or you can go to your hot trading pairs or your specific categories of pairs as well. Those being, for example, meme coins, if you're looking to trade new meme coins, RWA, trending new AI coins, and more. What I like to do is I'll look at things like CoinMarketCap and Google Trends. I'll look at what's trending, where the most volume is, and then I'll also go on to Blofin and look for those pairs. So for example, you can see that meme coins right now are trending and they have a lot of volume. You can see over the past 7 days, if we go through the top meme coins, you can see Dogecoin's up 23%, Shiba's up 9%, you can see Notcoin's up 12%. So there's many more opportunities for things like Brett to come and make a lot of money, Dog with Heart, Bonk, Pepe, and even Shiba to really start catching up with Dogecoin, for example. You can see those ones are very smaller. Dogecoin is at $64 billion market cap. Pepe, for example, is at an $8 billion market cap. So you're talking Pepe is about a 5x to get to even like close to where Dogecoin is, right? That would bring it to a 40 or even a $50 billion market cap over here. Now, if you go over to your trading pairs and you click memes underneath futures, you can see that you have a lot of these pairs. You have SPX, Goat, Nero, Hamster Combat, Catizen, Dogs, Ponky, Baby Doge, Dog, which is a Binance, not Binance, I think it's even a Bitcoin pair, like a coin that's on Bitcoin, and it does quite well recently. So you got Mew, Notcoin, which is a ton pair, tons pumping, so this one will pump as well. Dgem, which is its own chain, Popcat, which is on Solana, Boom, Miro, pretty much every single meme, and at the bottom, even Pepe, as you can see over here. So every single meme which you could possibly have, which could trend, you can see over here. And they tend to move together. So when Ethereum pumps, your Ethereum memes pump. So when Ethereum pumps, you can see things like Pepe and Shib, and obviously Doge go very well. When you see Ton pumping, you're going to go over to your Ton memes, and you can see things like Notcoin is up 10% today. Right? You can also see Catizen up 7% today. Okay, and even your Hamster Combat up 5.7% today. And then, in my opinion, I think Solana is going to do very well. So I'm even expecting things like SPX and Goat to start doing very well as well. So these pairs are going to be very profitable if you manage to trade them correctly. And you can see that you'll be able to spot them in this meme coin section. Okay. Now, let's get on to the interesting part. Let's go on to the actual trading part. So if you want to trade spot, for example, and you want to buy these meme coin spot, let's say you want to buy, for example, Pepe, for example. Once you click Pepe, it's going to take you to this page. Now, again, don't get overwhelmed with this page, especially if you're a new trader. You don't want to be looking at this thing and thinking, oh my God, there's so many numbers, what do I do? And letting it overwhelm you. Again, take a breath, look at the screen, and just actually dissect what's going on. Firstly, you have your chart over here. On your chart, it's just like TradingView if you've used TradingView before. If you haven't, all this is just a history of where the price was. You can see that in June, Pepe was all the way up here, and noughts, loads of noughts, 16, let's just say 16 cents. Then it went all the way down to about 7 cents. Now we're all the way back up at 20 cents. So you can see Pepe is a very volatile asset, which means volatile means the number can go up and down. But it means that it's possible to make a lot of money on Pepe as well, just because it's very choppy. So if you can buy low, sell high, or buy high and buy even higher, you're probably going to make a lot of money on this thing. Next, you can see the time frame. So these, for the daily, each one of these candles is 1 day. So you can see in 1 day, Pepe went from 13 cents or 14 cents, all the way up to 20 cents. And then since then, each day has been fairly choppy and quite small. Now, you can change the time frames in the top left. So you can go from 1 day to 4 hours, which means each candle is now 4 hours. Then you can change it to 1 to 15 to 5. Heck, you can even go over here and you can change each candle to 1 minute. So you can like really get in the trenches and be like, oh my gosh, every one of these candles is now a 1 minute candle. But what you'll see is that each one of these work together. So if on your 1 minute candles, you're seeing the structure start to look very bullish and go up, then expect that to start translating into your 5 minute candles, your 15-minute candles, all the way up to your hourly candles, and obviously your daily candles as well. If you do want to learn more about trading and technical analysis to start really breaking down these charts, leave a comment down below. And if I see a lot of comments, I will make a technical analysis video as well on how to actually break down and dissect these charts too. Another way of looking is also at the order book. Now, the order book, in my opinion, isn't really something which you should even get too much into. I see a lot of people break down order books, but let's be honest, most of it is AI at this stage. Most of it is market makers and like computers and machines. So all of this can be faked. Back in the day, people actually used to walk into a shop and there used to be a real like order book. You used to go there, you used to sit there and bid on what you want to buy and bid when you want to sell. That's where they got this from. Nowadays, it's online and it's computers. It's the same stage that meme coins is getting to. Everybody's building meme coin AIs right now. So imagine how crazy that's going to be. Now imagine this market, all of the different exchanges and market makers. There's so many computers on these charts. So it's not something which you really want to pay attention to too much, but it can allow you to see the difference in price. You can see people are selling Pepe at 20 cents. People are also buying Pepe at 20 cents as well. But there's a slight difference because you can see this one's 20.8 people are selling for, but people are only buying at 20.7. Now, obviously, when people are buying higher, that's when the price starts to go up and people start buying, and FOMOing in. You can see that's how you get these big pumps over here as well. Now, the next thing at the bottom, you're going to see your orders. You can see currently there is no orders open on my account. Then you can see things like order history. You can see I've been buying Ethereum spot over here. And you can see my assets as well. You can see currently not many assets, but I have some Ethereum on this specific account for my tutorials as well. Now, if you go over to the far right, this is where you'll be able to see where you can buy. You can set orders, or you can even go like and set technical triggers as well. To keep this simple, the only two options you need to worry about is market and limit orders, buying and selling. So if you have this option clicked, you're going to be buying. If you have this option clicked, you're going to be selling. Now, when it comes to buying assets, you want to have a look at the buy section. And then as you see, this will work off of what is available in my account. You can see over here, I have no USDT available. And if I click here, I can transfer from different accounts. So let's take this slow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell a little bit of Ethereum. Don't want to, but I will just for the sake of the challenge. And then I'll sell a little bit to do the futures as well. So let's go through that as well, because that's going to show you how to sell. So let's go back to the main menu to start from the beginning. Okay. We'll head over to my assets over here. We'll go to overview to have an overview of all of my assets. And you can see a breakdown of my account. You can see in my funding account, which is like a funding, it's there to fund other accounts. You can see I only have $7. My spot account, I have $3,000. My futures account is at 0, and obviously copy trading is at 0 too. So we're going to head over to my spot account. Then when we click just here, you'll see in my spot account, I'll have $3,000 and I'm holding a little bit of Ethereum. So for example, let's say if you deposit over here and you deposit and you transfer money, your money is probably going to end up here in one of them other accounts. Then I'm going to go over to trade. Now remember, at any point if you want to trade, especially sometimes if you deposit into your funding account, you'll have to go and you have to click transfer. So if you deposited USDT and you wanted to trade that USDT, you'd have to transfer that USDT from your funding account over to your spot account. This is something where I always got stuck when I first started out trading as well. I didn't understand all the different accounts, especially when you're trading on like these things and it gets overwhelming. But once you've transferred to your spot account, then you can choose to buy or sell. So we're going to go over to our spot account over here. We're going to go down and we're going to go over to our trade option next to where it says our transfer. Then it's going to take us to a new panel, but this time our panel, as you can see, it has ETH. And one thing I've done over here while I've been trading and buying ETH is I've set a few levels over here as well. You can see actually ETH is quite bullish because we've broken above this level and we've held above this level now for actually 2 days, right? Whereas last time once we got to this level, we stayed there and then we rejected the next day and came back down. So this is very bullish, right? This is good for Ethereum. Now maybe I'm like, okay, I want to take a little bit of profit on my Ethereum to go put some trades on. So instead of clicking buy, I'm going to go over to sell. And then at this bottom bar at 100%, it would sell all of my Ethereum, $3,000. 50, it would sell 50% of my Ethereum. But I'm going to go and I'm going to take 5% out. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5% of my Ethereum. And then we can go ahead and click sell. If I wanted to sell it at a specific price instead, I would put it at a specific order. So I would say, right, okay, I want to sell 5% of my ETH at 3,500 instead. And then I would set the order, click sell, for example. And then you'll see it will come through as an order at the bottom of the screen. But we're not going to do that, right? Because that might take, I don't think it would take long to get to 3,500. It might be today, but we'll sell at market anyway, so we can continue with the video. So we go to 5%, and then we'll click sell at market. You can see, it will confirm with me. It says, here's your order. You want to sell ETH for USDT at the price of whatever the market rate is, which at the moment is like 3,400, like 3,418. And you're going to get 0.04 ETH is what you're about to sell. Now click confirm. Once I click confirm, you won't see an order. Instantly it will go through. Sometimes if you're trading on a smaller asset, or especially if you're trading on meme coins, you might see that order stay there for a little bit at market as it fills when people buy. As you can see, people are buying and selling, but there's loads of people buying and selling a lot of Ethereum. Actually see a lot of Ethereum being brought here compared to the Ethereum that's actually being sold. And now, if we wanted to buy, you would actually see it over here in USDT. You now see I now have 160 USDT. Now let's go ahead and buy that Pepe that we wanted to buy. So we go back to the main screen here just to show you and walk through it. We can scroll down and we can see the markets. We can see what is top, what is hot, what is gaining, what is losing, and new tokens here as well. But we can ever click here and we can see what is on all markets. Then we can head over to spot, memes, and when we can scroll down and we can see Pepe right here. Now from Pepe, we want to go ahead and we want to buy this Pepe, right? Because Pepe is going to moon soon. So instead of clicking sell like we did earlier, we can see that we have Pepe up in the top left. We can go ahead and we can buy a little bit of Pepe here. So we go to market and let's buy 10% of Pepe. You can see I get 7 million Pepe coins over here. The minimum I have to do is $20. So we'll put it up a little bit. Buy. You can see I'm going to spend $38 to buy Pepe. I click confirm. As you can see, it's a success. Now, if I go to the sell section, you can see I have all of my Pepe here, over 1 million Pepe. So Pepe to $1, right? And you can see that that transaction has gone through correctly. If I wanted to sell that at a specific price and I don't want to spend all my time here, I could then go through and I could put the price and I could say, okay, when Pepe gets to 27 cents, sell all of my Pepe for USDT. You can see my 31 that I invested, I think it's 31, is now going to be 50. So I'll make 20% on that money and we'll put that order in, confirm it. Now at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it. You see my order now is looking to sell Pepe USDT, an average or fill price of about 27 cents. And then this is the order. It hasn't filled any just yet, but it will do. And the value is about $51. Okay. So this is why people say you can make money in your sleep. You set these orders, forget about them, and you can make a lot of money. Now, let's say that's not enough. I want to trade with leverage, right? I want to add on some more risk with that. So I'm going to go from the spot account. I'm going to head over to the futures section at the top of the screen. Now, what the futures section is this is where you trade with your USDT, your US dollars, and then you bid on the future of that price. It's the futures, that's why they call it. So if the future price is lower, you're going to lose money. If the future price is higher, you're going to make money. And that is the risk that you're taking. You can see if you bet on the future price of Bitcoin right now, you'd be a very rich man. But there is very, very high risk with this because you have something called leverage. We're going to go through what is leverage. We're going to go through the different trades that you can make and the different ways that you can use leverage trading, especially on meme coins. So now in the futures section, we're going to go and just hover over this Bitcoin price over here. And then you'll be able to see it's going to give me all the different futures options. I prefer to trade the memes. We're going to go from the meme section over here. I'm going to look for Pepe. So I'm going to scroll down. Right at the bottom, you see the Pepe USDT. But this time it's the futures option. And as you can see, I currently have no USDT in the futures account. Because remember, that was in the spot account. So if I click over here where it says available, and then you can see I have my funding account, which is that $7 that we had before. So we're going to click it. We're going to go to our spot account. And then you can see we have $122 to send over. So I'm going to click all of it because I want to move it all from the spot account to the futures account to get a little bit more degen. I'm going to go ahead and click confirm. And as you can see, it now loads instantly into the futures account. Now, I want to decide how much leverage do I want to use on this account? And do I want to use cross or isolated? Now you can see a little simple explanation on what cross and isolated means. So you can pause the video and read this for yourself just so you're truly sure. But I'll give you the summary on it. Cross means it's going to trade with the entire balance of what's in my account. So this means the bigger your account is, the more risk that you take. You might have hundreds of thousands of dollars in this thing. It's going to be swinging up, down, left and right on the whole entire account. Or you use isolated, which means when your position goes into 100% loss, that's it. It closes the trade. I like to trade on cross personally, simply because that's just the style of trade that I like. And me, I don't always get the best entries, but I kind of understand where the general market is going and I have a lot of confidence in that. So I don't mind if some of my positions go a bit low because I know that in a few days, weeks, whatever, those positions are going to make me a lot more than whether they're down a little bit. And I don't want to get stopped out on those positions. Whereas isolated, that might be a bit better for you because it might allow you to be safer where you know, right, this is how much I'm risking. I'm risking $100. If that $100 goes down, that's it. It's not going to affect the whole entire of my account. So these are the two options that you can take. I'm going to decide to select cross margin. Then we have the decision again to do limit or market. And then we can decide how much leverage we want to use. You can see the leverage on this goes all the way up to 75x. This means if I put, $10 in, I'm going to get $750 worth of money to trade with, right? It basically loans me that money and that's how much I get to trade with. However, if I'm on isolated and that trade goes down like 1.5% or 1.25%, goes to 100% loss, that's going to go instantly, right? If you're on cross, that could also draw your account down a lot with that type of leverage. You can then see 50x, 30x, 20x. I never really trade more than 10x. Sometimes I'll do 20x on a, let's say, Ethereum or Bitcoin, for example, right? Most of the time I'm in about 10x or 5x range. So for the sake of this video, we'll go 10x. And then we'll click confirm over here. Once we click confirm, you'll see it will change it at the top. And then you'll see that I'll get 10 times more for whatever I invest over here. So you can see the cost of the trade is going to be $79. But I'm going to get about $700 worth of tokens, or $790 worth of tokens. And the more I put, the more it's going to be. Now the thing is with Cross is obviously I don't want to use everything in my account for what I'm risking, because I'm going to be risking different amounts. Now, over here on the left hand side, you can see this market buy and sell. You're going to want to delete that because that's a little bit distracting. And then we want to zoom in. We want to find like, okay, where can we find a decent entry? Now, if we just do this simply, we can see there's different options. We can go over here and we can get some lines over here, just to add some general levels of where the price has been bouncing from. You can see over here, we have a good level where we've bounced once, twice, 3 times over here. That's a very, very good level. You can also see on the shorter term, we also have a nice areas of support around here, where when we cross and we've came down, it looks pretty strong. So if I wanted to be mature and enter a calculated trade, I would personally only put an entry on a leverage trade down here, where we have the strong support. So I would go to limit. I'd look at the price where it says about 18 cents. And I'll change this over here. So we look over here, you can see it says 18,652. So we go over here, 18,652. And I'll put my order here as a limit. And I'll buy the long. And as you can see, it comes in directly on that line. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to get a little bit more degen, I could go out and mark it. And I could be like, okay, what's my risk here? So my risk is if we come down, that's 30%, and that is 9%. So that's 90% over here because it's times 10. So if it goes down 3.6%, I would go down 36%. If you go down 8% or 9%, you can see you can go down 94%. It's very risky. Okay, but for the sake of this video and your entertainment, I will go ahead and take that trade. So go market, confirm. I get a nice noise, I get a little success message, and boom, the trade has been taken. I even get a nice little arrow on exactly where my entry is. And if we scroll down over here, you can see I'm already up about 33 cents, about 1.2%. Now with these, try not to sit and stare at these, right? I have to also tell myself a lot. Whenever I make trades, I try not to sit and stare at these because psychologically, the numbers, they go crazy. Believe me, I've made a lot of mistakes this cycle. Good ones, and also bad ones as well. But my main lesson that even I've had to learn myself is don't stare at the trades, because sometimes you can make irrational decisions when you see very aggressive price movements like this, very aggressive candles. You can see it come down and be like, oh no, panic, boom, because you don't want to lose money. Have to remember, abundance mindset, scarcity mindset. When you have an abundance mindset, you're thinking about how can I make more money. When you have a scarcity mindset, you don't even like losing money. But you have to remember, in this game, sometimes you're going to lose a little bit to win a lot. It's just how the game goes. You can see at the bottom of my screen over here, the trade has now been entered, and it puts everything in nice columns over here, nice and organized. You can see contract I have is a Pepe buy at 10x leverage. The total amount is this many Pepe, and that's like 1.3 million. An average price of 20 cents. The margin, which is how much money I put in, is $28 over here. My P&L is up about 53 cents. Estimated liquidation price is over here. This is how much it needs to go to for me to get liquidated. So it's about 10 cents over here. So it's quite nice, quite mature, right? The mark price is the price that we are currently at. So the mark price right now is about 20.691. And the margin ratio over here is how much the ratio of how much margin I'm using as well on the account. The action over here is different actions I can use and like quick actions I can trade. And if I click close over here and close all, it will instantly close the position. Okay. If ever you want to instantly close your positions, just click here and it will go ahead and close them as well. In this case, I'll leave the position open for the entertainment of this tutorial. Now, as you can see, if I go now to my main account where I was earlier, and I go to the overview is going to look a little bit more different now. You can see that in the spot account, I have $3,000 of Ethereum. Funding account, which is the funding, I still have my $7.69. But now in my futures account, I have $122. There's also the option to transfer to a copy trading account and also copy trade other people. Maybe I'll start a copy trading account. Maybe not. It's one of those things where it needs to be highly, highly worth it for me to actually sit down and trade for the sake of other people. But this is also an option you can see. You can see some people have like 300% ROI, different percents of ROI. You can go ahead and copy trade these people over here as well. Completely up to you. Now, the next thing you can do over here is the earn section as well. So earning is going to allow you to stake your funds as well. So if you have things like BTC, Ethereum, and even like stuff like USDT, and you just have it lying around at the stage of this market, while we're going into the bullish stage, you can decide to stake that money. Now, I would only really use this sometimes, right? Sometimes, but I'd only really use it on stuff like which I'm actually okay losing, because staking is a risky thing. We've seen what happened last cycle with a lot of the staking platforms, so I don't really mess with that, but I wanted to let you know with the features. And then the next thing you have is your rewards hub, activity center, affiliates, which you can make a lot of money from as well, referrals, news and updates, and academy to actually level up your knowledge. So let's start with your rewards hub. Now, your rewards hub is going to allow you to get rewards. If you use the link inside of this description, you will get bonuses and coupons, such as a 10% deposit bonus on what you trade with. And you'll be able to claim this here within 3 days of signing up to this account. It's going to give you completely free money to trade with, only with the link below. You'll find that over here. Then you'll see things like tasks to pop up. Now, you'll have to register for these tasks. If you register, you'll also be able to farm those rewards as well. And they can be very, very profitable too. The next one is your activity center as well. This is where you participate in events. So the different events, especially on new exchanges, you're going to see loads of different events that are popping up. Things like weekly surprises, War of Whales, which is one which we're doing at the moment with a $1 million prize pool over here as well, which you can see we have a team trading at the moment. Now, we're currently at rank 92, so not bad at all. And we're going to be climbing these ranks. We're actually doing very, very well to climb these ranks as well. And we're going to do pretty good. Right? I haven't even started getting degen as well and jumping in it as well. But we'll do very, very well for these competitions. And again, all you have to do to be in this competition is just sign up with the link in the description and you'll automatically be added to the team. I think we have 1,500 members so far, so not too shabby at all. You can see other people out there like Kyle Drops and Crypto Banter and other people out there are also using Blofin as well to trade on these competitions. And you can win up to $1 million prize pool, right? So trading and taking part in these things are very, very, very profitable. The next one is affiliates and referrals. So you want to actually go out there and refer new people to do this, right? Go out there, get a referral link, and just refer a friend or two to join platforms, because you're going to get a percentage of whatever they trade with as well. I always say, guys, doesn't matter if you have a big social media or not. We spend how many hours a day inside of Telegram, inside of Twitter and stuff like that. You only need a few people and you might make a little bit of money. And that money is completely free. It's free for you to use. So go ahead and leverage it and take advantage of it. Maybe even go out there and make your own Blofin referral, your own Blofin tutorial once you grow and you become a better trader as well. Why not, right? Now, with that being said, you now know all the features you need to know how to trade with. And if you want to look for a place to trade with like-minded people, I urge you to check this out. Now, we have actually made a trading server inside of Telegram where we have a full team of traders completely for free who will go out there and give you some decent options and some decent opinions on what to trade on. You can see that we have done very, very well, and every single trade, bar one so far, which is still open, have hit. The near trade has done very, very well, hit all three take profits. The AVAX trade has done very, very well, and is hit, I think, almost all three take profits as well. I think AVAX is all the way up here right now. We have another trade which did very, very well more recently, which even I made a decent amount of money on, is TIA, which again hit all three take profits and is at $7.50. And you can see people are making money every single day with these ones, right? Perp is up 97% on his trades. You can also see that we have obviously meme coin trades as well inside of these channels too. But people are making money every single day. In fact, I made $8,000 on this trade. In fact, a little bit more now because TIA is up a little bit more. But if you do want to learn more and surround yourself with winners, I highly recommend clicking the link in the description, sign up for the trenches. It's completely free, only exclusively to people who sign up to Blofin as well and Bullex, which is the trading platform which we use to trade meme coins. Now, my strategy is simple. I will trade the meme coins on Bullex, for example, and I will also trade them when they get listed on Blofin with leverage. Because if you look at things like Peanut in the billions now, it's very hard for you to make a lot of money on Peanut. But if you use leverage, you can make decent amount of profit. Things like Mudeng. Mudeng's at 300 million now. Again, very, very high and very, very expensive. But if it goes to a billion, you can still make a 10x on things when you're trading with leverage as well. So if we have a look at the reviews for things, this is also something which I wanted to discuss. So if you want to have a look at reviews, I highly recommend you get third-party people who actually trade and use exchanges, especially when you look at worldwide exchanges, rather than looking at things like Trustpilot. Number one, when you look at Trustpilot reviews, Trustpilot for any exchange and anything is very, very negative. Things like Bybit, which only has a 2-star. Things like KuCoin, which has a 1.4 star. You know, I even think, unless Binance have paid for it now at this stage, even Binance has a 1.4 star. So every single crypto exchange has bad reviews. Reason is because people trade, they lose money, they get upset, and they'd rather blame other people instead of blaming themselves. So the main thing that I would check is I'll go to CoinMarketCap, look at CoinMarketCap, look at the derivatives trading volume on these exchanges, which is 1.3 billion, and get third-party advice on things like Twitter and on things like your friends and family and whatnot. Anybody who actually trades on exchanges to give you advice on these types of things if you want to have a look at it. You can also see, if you go to CoinMarketCap, you scroll down, you can also see the list of tokens as well. If you do want to have a look and see, okay, are these tokens available and the ones which I like to trade on as well. So with that being said, that is a complete tutorial on Blofin. It is the #1 exchange worldwide if you want to trade None KYC and you want to trade anywhere. I also recommend, if you are struggling, just use a VPN. You use things like NordVPN, right, to allow you to trade anywhere in the world and also stay secure so you don't get things like phasing scams and stuff like that as well, which is very common in crypto. Thank you very much. My name is Tyrell. If you do want to learn more, and maybe you want to learn more about trading meme coins, for example, check out this tutorial over here or over there. Appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.